Mojave Ghost of Byredo is the best seller of the brand, and I really understood why. Finally, I decided to get my 100 ml bottle, and it arrived in a beautiful box. Let me unpack it for you. So here is the 100 ml Byredo, and together with it, I got a little gift that is Mojave Ghost limited edition 8 ml bottle. Here is how it looks, a cute little miniature without spray. And something that interested me here is that this limited edition is made in Spain. And I was like, Byredo is a Swedish company that was bought by the group from Spain called Puig. The deal was closed in May 22, and the price of the deal was 1 billion euros. So Puig is a Spanish company. It does make sense that now they are moving their production to Spain, which is known to be much cheaper than in France. But when I smelled it, I was like, something's different. So I have another miniature, also 8 ml, exactly the same, but this one is made in France. So now I'm going to compare them side by side and see if this is still the same Mojave Ghost that everybody loves. I will have the French Mojave Ghost on my right wrist. Just a tiny bit. And I will have a Spanish Mojave Ghost on my left wrist. The bottles are actually identical. I really like the format. There is no spray, but you can untwist the top very easily and apply it just like this directly. So the same amount of perfume on my right wrist and on my left wrist. Now let's see what this is about. Mojave Ghost is a very delicate perfume. On my scale of intensity from 1 to 10, I probably rate it somewhere around 3, which is just slightly above skin perfumes. When it comes to the pyramid, the main element that I get in here is magnolia. And that's actually the reason why I like Mojave Ghost so much. And to me, magnolia dominates probably 80% of the fragrance. As for the rest, I get something aquatic, something powdery, slightly woody, and all these nuances just complement and make this magnolia so beautiful. Now let's compare. Here I have a French version, and it smells really beautiful. If I had to think of molecules, I would say that these molecules are very round, and the perfume feels like silk. It's just so smooth and delicate, but you have to smell it really close. It doesn't radiate so much. When it comes to the Spanish version, it smells very similar. The differences are almost non-existent, but these molecules are not as round and not as smooth. I don't want to say that they are sharp, but they are not silky anymore. And I noticed when I smell Mojave Ghost from Spain, I don't have to approach my wrist as close. So here we have a version with a radiating power that is slightly higher. I don't want to say that it's a fragrance that radiates unless you really spray it all over you, unless you really shower yourself with this fragrance. And possibly this is what I'm going to do because now I have a 100 ml bottle. So the Spanish version will satisfy a lot of people who are searching for something a bit more intense. If the French version has the intensity of 3, the Spanish version has the intensity of 3.5. For me, Mojave Ghost is one of the perfumes where ambroxan is used just perfectly. It does not disturb me. It really helps to lift the molecules, to spread them around. And I think that's what makes a difference in the Spanish version. I don't know if it's the dosage of ambroxan, but I think it was the ambroxan itself. Possibly Byredo has changed its supplier of ambroxan or a laboratory that makes it. I don't know the details, but somehow this ambroxan sounds a bit different to my nose. Most people will not notice these differences, and Mojave Ghost remains as beautiful as it was. Don't jump on the train of hyping when people say that the ownership has changed and the fragrance is not going to be the same anymore. If I have to choose between a French version and a Spanish version, I think I still prefer the French one because I like those smooth, really smooth round molecules of the French version, and I'm very glad that my 100 ml was made in France. But most people will not notice the difference. By the way, if you watch my channel, you probably know that it's very rare that I buy 100 ml bottles and I quite never use them. So I will be very happy to share this fragrance in decants. And if you're interested, please let me know in comments. I will let you know how to find me.